Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.
Nigeria, whoever they in power by that time in Nigeria cannot ignore it anymore. Nigeria will join as well. But if we begin to say to separate, that will not work because you are fighting a system. Nigeria is a very strong country, the giant of Africa. They know they show their citizens love, but the government doesn't show the citizens love, but the government is strong. Nigeria is a very strong government. When they are doing things outside, if Nigeria won't mess with you, even though you're there abroad, they will mess with you. Nigeria is powerful, even in security. Politicians will secure themselves. They get all the latest spy gadgets where Israel they use. Nigeria get them. Nigeria get them gongo. But they know they use them in the right way. They use them to protect themselves and to catch people where they speak against them. So if we can come together as a people, yeah, Nigerians can come together as a people and say enough is enough. Stop to participate in this government. The government is not doing anything for me, so I will not participate in the government. Everybody, no pay tax, because wetin tax you dey pay they do for you? Nothing. No tax. Just everybody don't participate in anything wey government they do. If they say na election they won't do, make they organize them themselves. Everybody sit down for house. Don't come out and vote. Make they see whether na ghost they go count. It will shock the system. What this country needs is a shock to the system because they are too comfortable in what they are doing. Because that is the only way you can tell me that a human rights lawyer is being arrested for defamation. Who in defame? Who in defame? What did he say? He's a lawyer. He won't come out and start insulting somebody. So whatever he's saying will be constructed in a way to protect him as well. I don't think he will be that careless. So this is just somebody won't show him because he ain't get power and ain't get connection. Abroad, human rights lawyers, governments, they fear them. In other places, if they talk, they fear them. They know they won't touch them. But Nigeria is a different case. Sorry, Niger crime. I don't over talk. I arrest my case here. Thing just depend me.
No problem. Now you hear from my lawyer very soon. Thanks a lot. Mr. Iya, good to see you, sir. Oh, I told you better. How you did 2-3 days ago? I don't see you.
Well, trying.
What happened? Are you out of the country?
Yeah, I was out for some time.
Okay, because I didn't see you. I was like,
Yes.
And I didn't have any of your contacts, so that's why I didn't get
it. Yes, I'll give you some time.
No problem.
Yes. How is it going?
Cool, man. We really miss you.
I see there's still a shock also.
That's so.
This one I don't know what to.
Every week,
a short one, but
every week, the new matter we go wow. Last week was the video.
I miss it. I didn't hear about it, but I missed that one. I say, hey,
yeah, that the video matter,
Yes.
We spent, I think we spent about 29 hours on this platform on the video matter.
I'm not surprised.
We started 8 p.m. that day, and we ended up the following day. I think around 10 or 12. That was when I slept off completely. So TikTok just dropped everybody.
It never finished.
It never finished. In the day, with 8 p.m. we run until in the morning, 10 a.m. luckily, all my moderators, they're all good because I started it, and later, and who took it off? Omalayo took it off from me.
Yes.
And then when she was tired, and then what's her name again? Obes took it off again.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, then later Better Person took it off again. So when I woke up in the morning, I took it off from Better Person, and when I took it off again from me later, no, it was a marathon.
Good marathon, good. The video is international material. I'm not surprised. I hear they hold Farotimi.
Yes, so they hold the man.
No, but defamation in the law, we have to work towards expunging it. It should not be a criminal offense.
Exactly.
This is one of the problems. It's a problematic area. Anytime you see them behave like this is to protect a political interest, and we don't like this. The reality is we have to look back at the law, and you see, this is telling us what we have to do. This thing is complex, but we can simplify it. What we need to start to demand is for what you call a constitutional review. A constitutional review that they can set up a whole inquiry. Because with that inquiry, then they can take consultation. In some of the areas of the Constitution, what we need to do with the law is to expunge the extent of powers that they have given. So this is one of those examples. I could come back to it in truth. I almost wanted to start to look at the books a bit, but I know what we have done is, in the law, we allowed that Public Order Act and other acts of human beings to protect certain interests. You see now, when it has to do with individual, because in the old days, the British used these things to protect their colonial powerdom. So that, because don't forget, by the time you people hear of Awolowo, we hear of Nnamdi Azikiwe, what you have to remember, these were people who wrote after the Second World War to the independence. So don't forget, Nigeria's penmanship is part of what created the colonial movement to expel the colonialist. So some of these laws have actually been Nissan laws there to protect public information. You see, so that when you challenge, imagine if you want to challenge a British Governor General. So what we now see is, unfortunately for us, it's not just in Nigeria, but in many of the countries we see in sub-Saharan Africa, especially West Africa, English-speaking countries, we have carried forward, but we are even better. We have created constitutions. The French ones, now France, now they pull all the book, bring it back to them, except Guinea. So we always have to look at this. So one of the reasons I'm mentioning this is that defamation, it should not be a police matter. It should not be a police matter. It should not be a criminal matter. This is the only thing I want to say on this. Because this is sub judice, this is underneath the law. I don't want to go into what the specifics are. But what I'm saying is that the matter itself, going to court by the police, criminalizing a person, no, that's not right. Secondly, if you look at Farotimi, we know he's not just a human rights lawyer, he's a human rights lawyer where they do a lot of good work. So this sounds a bit deliberate. You see, so these are the two issues that I just want to mention here. And what we need is a really review of the position at law that will allow the media and anything that somebody can produce to be put under defamation Public Order Act, whereby the police then criminalize human being. Yeah, this is the problem. It should not be a crime. Anybody can defame anybody. Let the person seek a redress. But let it not be the police come and challenge somebody, begin to arrest a man, humiliate somebody, take him to court. No. All of this not right. So this is all I would say. Otherwise, you cannot write about Keir Starmer. The police will be arresting you every minute. You cannot write about Donald Trump or Biden. They'll be arresting you every minute. No, we need to make sure we free this. This is not for big crime. It shouldn't be a criminal offense. That's the main thing I want to say here. Is the law I want to deal with rather than just the merits of this. I don't even think there's a case here. But because, some court is going to talk about it. Farotimi, the work he has done is bigger than defamation. This one has protected various kinds of people and made people move from where other people want to take advantage of them. So, but in this case, the way that the police is involved, no, we need to review that. This is not good, and this is a good case in point. This is not the reason why most of our people are not even talking now. You will find this out a lot. And when you go onto TikTok, you hear people, they laugh. In Nigeria, people are not saying in the same way, except certain people. And what we're now starting to see is that the government that we have, as somebody just to say, which is professor, is showing us that it has shaky credentials. It is afraid of comment. This is not correct. All right, let me hold it there for now. Let me not enter the law itself because it's in the court.
All right, sir. Mr. Iya, thanks a lot, sir. I appreciate you, sir. Mr. Obad, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sir. Mr. Obad, sir.
Hello, sir. Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́, sir. O.
Yes, sir. A kú iṣẹ́ ni.
Àwa ni ẹ sà, ẹ kú ètò, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mo ṣe rí tọ́pìkì yìí, mo ní ó dà pé ẹ máa bá a fẹnu sí o, but I said, wọ́n dàbẹ̀ ní pé gbà tí ètò wà ni mo pè é, mo ní definitely pé, if we stay long, hopefully by God's grace you come alive.
There's no cause for alarm. I always come around. It's only that sometimes when I come, probably people were talking so long and I will not be able to give my own contribution before the call to duty will take me out of the platform. But there's no day you come online that I didn't join at least to listen through. On the arrest of Mr. Dele Farotimi, there are quite a lot of intrigue that surrounds it. Initially, people felt that he was arrested by the federal government based on his position against the current administration, but it was later that a lot of clarity came up on it. The national body of the Nigerian Bar Association has made some remarks about it, and the body of the vice chairman of Southwest, which I am one of them, being the custodian of the human rights protection, he has also come up to address the issue. He was taken up on the allegation of criminal defamation. Like the other person that just finished talking now, I don't know if he's a lawyer as well, rightly posited that issue of defamation should not be construed along criminal line. In recent time, the Supreme Court had given judgment in respect of this, especially in Lagos. The Lagos state is among the states in Nigeria. There are about 2 states in Nigeria that has decriminalized defamation in all entirety. They don't regard it as a criminal offense. And if you notice, when Falana fell defamed by Ferry Blackman matter, he went to court to seek redress via civil suit. And in the case of Aviomo versus Commissioner of Police and others, that was a 2021 case by Justice Ogunwumiju JSC, the Justice of Supreme Court. He rightly observed that defamation was decriminalized in the criminal law of Lagos in 2011 and Edo State criminal law in 2020. So those 2 states of Nigeria has already decriminalized criminal defamation. He was arrested from Lagos State in his office today and probably whisked away to Ado Ekiti. What I noticed is that there was a time he published a book about the topic of the book is Nigerian and its criminal justice system by Dele Farotimi. So in that book, he makes some negative assertion against certain individual in an unequivocal manner. And probably those people affected in those publications were the one behind this travail. In that book, in the foreword of that book, he got to a point and said, it is my contention regarding this case. Okay, let me take it from this paragraph. I will tell you to deliver justice against the backdrop of a case that was decided by the Supreme Court and which records are in the public domain. I speak specifically of the case of Major Muritala Gbadamosi and another versus His Royal Highness Oba Tijani Akinloye and another, otherwise known as Gbadamosi Eletu case. In that case, I think he represented the Oba Tijani Akinloye and the Ajiran community in Lagos, while Afe Babalola represented Major Gbadamosi Eletu. And the case was, I think the Gbadamosi Eletu family were declared winner of that case, and a certain portion of the land of Ajiran was ceded to them. So he now went on to assert that, number one, that Ààrẹ Afe Babalola corrupted the Supreme Court to procure a fraudulent judgment in the service of his client, that the law firm of S.B. Joseph and Co. procure warrants to execute the set. In that book, generally, he made mention of certain individuals, justices in Lagos, Supreme Court justices, certain lawyers that work in the office of Babalola. Paragraph by paragraph, he was mentioning them, alleging that they were fraudulent in how they procure the judgment in that case. That perhaps might be the reason why he was arrested, because I was wondering the logic between picking him up in Lagos and taking him down to Ekiti. We all know that Afe Babalola resides in Ekiti. That was one of the why he was taken there. The Nigerian body of lawyers is talking. The president has made some declaration about it today, and I think they will look into it and justice will be served. I want to believe that the matter will be addressed clearly, and I could also feel from the angles of the human rights activists, even those outside the legal profession, galvanizing support to bombard Ekiti tomorrow to go and make some reasonable protest to demand for his release. If he has not done anything that is ultra-virus the law, I don't think he will be kept behind the bar. He's somebody that the federal government will definitely want to toil with extreme caution.
No doubt. No doubt. So,
Please, I have a question for the last speaker.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Please, I want to ask you. You sound like a lawyer. Yeah. I don't know if you are based in Nigeria, but does Nigeria have a bar association? A Nigerian Bar Association? I know they have, but I just wonder, are they still functioning?
If you listen to what I said the national body of lawyers, that is Nigerian Bar Association, that they have addressed the issue, that the president has made some remarks about the issue. And I also went on to say that the body of vice chairman of MBA branches in Lagos and Southwest, which I am one of them, that they were talking about it and the issue is being discussed at our forum. It was the guest speaker. Dele Farotimi was the guest speaker at Lagos branch celebration of International Human Rights Day last year. It was one of our guest speakers that we invited on December 10 when we celebrated the International Human Rights Day that usually come up every year.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You know, if you have noticed, Mr. Farotimi, over time, he always come online to say a lot of things assertively against the way the country is being run and his experience while practicing as a lawyer. He tells us that he's no longer a lawyer, that he has retired from law, that he cannot continue to stand the shenanigans in the corridor of justice and some other stuff like that. Those things are far-reaching that if he cannot substantiate it, he will not be coming online to be saying things like that. So he might have his own personal reasons for coming up to cast such a negative aspersion. Not every one of us love the idea of, destroying the system that produces him. But if you have a justifiable reason for that, why not? So I just hope and pray that the matter will be resolved in his favor within the shortest time possible.
All right. Thanks a lot, sir, Mr. Badino, sir. Thank you, sir. Franka, Do we have any other question for Mr. Badino, please? Any one of us in the box? Or if you